him out of. Are you gonna stay with me? Play with me tonight.
When life gets rough, how can I complain? I got bros in jail, so...
Hello traders, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Antonio. Most of you might know me on Instagram as Ants Analysis. First of all, Happy New Year. This is going to be the first video that I post in 2025, but I'm going to be sure to keep posting every single week. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not, so you don't miss any more content. Over 50% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you're watching this right now and you're not, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. For those of you who watched my last YouTube video, you would have seen that I got over 400,000 worth of capital with FTMO. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how I got my first payout of over $18,000. And at the end of the video, I'm going to break down one of the trades that was taken on the account, which totaled to a +8 risk to reward ratio. I'm going to head to the gym right now. Going to come back, have some dinner, and then tomorrow I'm going to head into the office to see if we can catch a trade, and I'll bring you along that journey as well. But for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's get straight into it.
You told me I could trust you, don't lie. I could really use it.
Everybody need love, even niggas like me.
You told me I could trust you, and I could really use it.
Okay guys, so it's the next day and I've done all my analysis this morning. I've actually just taken a position on CADJPY on the 1 minute time frame. I'm going to bring you in, I'm going to show you the analysis, the entry, and then the trade management throughout as I manage the position. But yeah, it's looking good. I've sent this into the team and I actually posted CADJPY analysis on my Instagram as well just now. So yeah, hopefully it plays out for everyone that follows me on Instagram. But it's looking good. Let me bring you in, let me show you the analysis, and then we'll see how it plays out. So this is the position on CADJPY that I have taken. This is the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, price was previously trading towards the downside, forming lower lows followed by lower highs. Price tried to form a lower high within the market, but rather than continuing to the downside, as you can see, price continued to the upside, forming a new higher high within the market, breaking market structure, and giving us our confirmation that we need to be looking for buy positions. Price then corrected to the downside, and we have taken our buy position, and we will be looking for a continuation back towards the upside as price is now bullish. Notice the way that price has also pulled back. We can see initially we broke towards the upside in a nice bullish impulsive movement, and then with the way that price pulled back, we can see that price pulled back in a very corrective manner. Okay, so we'll be looking for a continuation to the upside. Again, very similar to this with a nice bullish impulse move. This is the 15-minute time frame. Next, we're going to drop to the 1 minute time frame. And this is where I took my exact entry. So you can see that price on this 1 minute time frame was definitely slowing down in momentum. As we saw earlier, the correction that was taking place. We can draw on trend lines just to understand the movement that was taking place, as you can see here. And if I connect the levels of support as well, we can see that price is squeezing because we're beginning to approach this key level within the market. We're also trading within bearish market structure. We then broke this market structure to the upside, forming a new higher high. Price then pulled back to retest previous resistance as support, and then that was the reasoning for the entry. Now, the way I'm managing it, you can see that price has broken through this key level here. My stop loss has now been trailed to break even, and I'll be looking for a potential scale in trade with price retesting this level here, and I'll be looking to enter and continue with price action to the upside. So yeah guys, I'll let you know when price develops, keep you posted, and let you know what happens. Okay, so as you can see, price has moved nicely into profit. Still going to be looking for a scaling position. I've now identified where I'm going to be looking to exit this trade. It's going to be at this level of resistance over here. So for the initial trade that I'm in right now, if it was to reach take profit, it would be for around a 12 risk to reward ratio. But I am going to be looking to maximize on my profits by looking for a scaling position. So I'll be looking for price to pull back to potentially this level here, followed by a shift in momentum, and then looking to enter a scaling basically to maximize on my profits. And then as soon as we do get this structure being formed, I will just look to trail my stop loss on the original trade below levels of structure as we continue moving towards the upside. But yeah, guys, this is moving well, and I'll update you later on how the position moves. Right, so I wasn't able to take a scaling position just purely based on the fact of how much price is pumping right now. As you can see, the momentum is massive, so we haven't really had time for price to really pull back to the area that we would have wanted it to take the scaling position. But with that being said, we are close to our take profit level. But just in case price was to pull back, I am going to be trailing my stop loss below this structure here, which would secure around a +4 risk to reward ratio if price was to reverse. It doesn't look like it's going to, but we just have to protect ourselves just in case. So I'm going to trail my stop loss, and as always, update you guys on how the trade continues to move. Okay, so here we are. Price almost hit our take profit level. We've started to see a reversal. It does look to me like sellers are trying to step back into the market. However, with how bullish price is, I do believe we are going to see price continue to break this level. So rather than closing out the position, I'm just going to continue to trail my stop loss into profit. So I'm going to trade it to around this level here, which risk to reward wise would be around a 1 to 7. So either way, we're going to gain a 1 to 12, or if price was to reverse, we're going to gain a 1 to 7. So either way, it's going to be a great trade, but let's see if buyers can continue pushing price higher, or if sellers are going to drive price lower. Okay, so as you saw, CADJPY did pull back and take me out at a +7 risk to reward ratio. It is what it is. It's still a great trade in my opinion, and I'll put the screenshot of the position on the screen now. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, why didn't I just take profits earlier? We was close to take profit. We was running at a +10 risk to reward. Why didn't I just close? Well, one, obviously we didn't know price was going to pull back. It could have easily just continued breaking through resistance. But another thing as well is, in trading, you have to be disciplined and set a plan before it happens. A lot of emotional decision making in trading comes from having to make a decision on the spot. Whereas if you make a decision or a plan before it happens, you can't then be annoyed at yourself for making that decision, because it was your past self who told you to do that. And your past self, when you're running in a trade, isn't filled with emotions. So that was the reason for trailing the stop loss, and we got out. And it was actually a good thing we trailed the stop loss. That's the importance of trading a stop loss into profit, is because, as you saw, if I didn't, it would have just pulled back and taken me out at break even. So +7, I'm happy with that. I'm done trading for the day. Tomorrow morning, I have to be up at 5 a.m. going into Canary Wharf to meet the rest of the Vanquish team. So next time you see me, I'll be in Canary Wharf. I think Ryan actually has a payout tomorrow from Alpha, so you guys might even be able to see that. So that's great. And then next time you see me, I'll be on the charts again, breaking down the trade that I took to help me get the FTMO payout. So I'll see you guys then.
But I ain't got no one to talk to.
Shit, I don't.
I'm always trying to work it out, but somehow it always falls through. And I know that I get rough, but I just wanna feel love sometimes.
Make sure the rhyme and feel shit.
Show me I can trust you.
Stay 10 toes for a
Don't
nigga.
lie.
I ain't running
I can
game.
really use you. Tell me I can trust you.
Stay 10 toes for a
And I can
nigga.
really use you.
Okay, so before we get into the analysis on USDJPY, I thought I would finally give you guys my chart colors. I get asked all the time, what's your chart colors? And I'm going to show that to you now. So first things first, like the reasoning behind the chart colors, for me anyway, is actually based off psychology, because when you have red bearish candles, for me, it gives a very negative vibe and can cause you to do quite emotional things and take it as quite a negative thing when you lose. Whereas if you know me, I personally don't take losses as a bad thing. I take it as a good thing. So I know I've changed it to black, and many of you are probably thinking it's quite a bad color as well, but basically anything other than red for me is just what I wanted it to be. So I went with black, and yeah, I mean, red is the color of losses, especially on MetaTrader. Whenever you're in a loss, you just see red, and it's just a very negative color. So anyway, here is my colors. You can just take a screenshot every time I go for it. But yeah, this is my symbols. The body, the color is this color here, this blue. The black is that one, not the darkest one, it's the second one. Borders are all black, like that. And then obviously just the other things, you can take a screenshot if you want to copy it exactly how I have it. The scales and the lines, this is what I have. The canvas, this is what I have. You can copy this if you want. The trading, this is what I have. The alerts, this is what I have. And the events, I don't actually really have any events on my screen. I basically just like to keep it as blank as possible. I like having these like smaller faint lines in the background just so I can see the key levels that price is at, because it lines up with the price over here. But yeah, that's my chart colors. Okay, so here we are on USDJPY. This is the 5-minute time frame. It's really annoying because this trade was taken mid-December and it's obviously now February. So I'm a bit late on giving you guys the breakdown of this trade, and it's so annoying because I can't actually go down any lower time frames than the 5-minute, which is a shame because I wanted to show you the structure on the 1-minute time frame. But if you join my VIP group, you will be able to see all the past analysis that I've done, the video breakdowns, the live recordings. There's like a whole year's worth of recordings. As soon as you join, you literally just pay £30. Even if you just stay for a week, you have access to hundreds of videos, hours long, of me trading, my breakdowns. So if you're not in, I highly recommend you join, and the link for that will also be in the description of this video. But anyway, here we are on a 5-minute time frame, and I'm going to break down the analysis and the reason of the position that I took, which helped me get profit for my FTMO account. So first things first, the thing I was mainly looking at and what I like to look at is the market structure. And if I bring your attention to here, we can see that price was moving to the downside for a little while, forming lower lows, followed by lower highs, pulling back, pushing to the downside, forming lower lows, followed by lower highs, okay? We were basically channeling between a descending channel between this resistance, and then if I copy and paste that to the support, you can see how we were just trading within this channel, okay? So price is definitely moving towards the downside. Now, I do not want to be in buy positions unless price is forming bullish market structure. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to catch the start of the reversal. I'm not trying to be the first into the market. I'm trying to increase my confluences so that my trade is more probable. So it doesn't matter if I get in much later, because of the power of risk to reward and the lower time frames. It means I don't have to be first into the market to make the most money. So that being said, I waited to see a shift in market structure. Now that shift in market structure first happened when price failed to form a new lower low within the market, okay? Rather than forming a new lower low and pushing to the downside, we actually formed an equal low, and in this instance, a double bottom, okay? So this right here is a double bottom within the market, which is a bullish reversal pattern. And again, notice how I'm not entering the market yet. I'm just eyeing up what is taking place. I'm seeing the story that the market is telling me. And I'm seeing that, okay, price has failed to form a new low within the market, and we've now formed an equal low. And then following that, we had this impulsive move to the upside. Now this impulsive move was the confirmation, okay, that we are now back in bullish market structure. Why? Because we broke through the most recent lower high point, creating a new higher high within the market. So price has now been broken. We're now in bullish market structure. So now I want to be looking for buy positions, okay? So what I done, I saw how price was using this area of sensitivity throughout the market. So I was going to be looking for price to pull back, because price obviously moves in phases. It moves with impulsive moves, and then it pulls back in some kind of correction and then continues to the upside. So I was looking for that correction, and that's exactly what took place here. Okay, price corrected to the downside to retest that area of previous resistance to be used as support. I believe we also might have retested a key level in the market on the Fibonacci around the 50%. So we did definitely pull back to a nice level. Now, most of you are probably seeing this and also seeing another chart pattern. Before I say it, can any of you recognize what that chart pattern is? It's an inverse head and shoulders pattern, okay? We've got the left shoulder over here. This double bottom can be seen as the head, and then we've now formed the right shoulder. So again, we're just increasing our confluences where there's just more and more evidence that buyers are stepping into the market. We had a double bottom, that's one. We now have got an inverse head and shoulders pattern, that's two. Okay, and again, why didn't I enter on this right shoulder? Most of you are probably thinking. Well, that's where I would have wanted to show you the 1 minute time frame, because on the 1 minute time frame, there is bearish market structure forming on this correction. So if I show you what was actually happening when we had the impulsive move, price was correcting, and we're technically forming bearish market structure on the pullback. So what I'm looking for is a break of that market structure again on the lower time frame. I want to see a break like that, very similar to what you can see here, where we have the impulsive move, we're correcting to the downside, and then we have the break of market structure. Well, the same thing is actually happening on this move here, just on the lower time frames. And in fact, I'm going to put a screenshot of what the 1 minute time frame looked like, because unfortunately I can't go any further. But if you look at this screenshot that I have on the screen now, you can see the correction that is forming, where it's almost like a falling wedge pattern. I needed to see that level broken and that structure broken before I took a buy position that you can see on the screen right now. So once that market structure was broken, I then took my buy position on the retest with my stops just below market structure. And then I'm going to play out now what happened with price. Okay, very, very quickly, we saw buyers step into the market. Very, very impulsively, with a lot of momentum. Now, this is what most people would do when this happens. When the momentum is moving like this, they tend to think that price is just going to continue forever and ever and ever. It's going to keep going up, and they're looking to hold their position. When in actual fact, the way I trade, I have a belief that the faster something rises, the faster it can fall. So when this happens, I'm seeing this as a time where as soon as this momentum starts to decrease, I want to close my position. And that's exactly what I've done. Literally 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later after the trade, I said to myself, One, we're running in very, very nice profits, a 1 to 8. So I decided to close my position. And if you see what happened next, you'll understand why. First things first, actually, not only just the momentum, but we originally established that this was an inverse head and shoulders pattern. If this was an inverse head and shoulders pattern, there is a chance and a high probability that price will need to retest the neckline, or at least pull back to this level. So with that being said, I also established that, okay, yes, we've had this strong momentum, but in my head, I had an understanding and a probability that price needed to pull back to this level within the market. So that is another reason why I took my profits at that level. But if I play price out, you'll see that I actually done good to close where I did. Because one, we did pull back to retest the neckline, but we even pulled back even further. And if I drag this across, you'll see that if I didn't, one, I would have been stopped out at break even, or two, I would have been stopped out in a loss if I didn't trail my stop loss. And because things were happening so fast, I know from my personal experience and people in my group, when price goes your way, and it's going your way a lot and with a lot of momentum, you feel like you don't need to trail your stop loss. You feel like price isn't going to pull back because we're pumping so hard right now. So you tell yourself, oh, I don't need to be so strict with my management. When in reality, when price is moving so aggressively, that's when you need to be also trailing your stop loss aggressively. But in this instance, I obviously just closed the position, and for an 8+8 risk to reward ratio, this was the profits that was gained. It's not huge profits, but on an FTMO account, it definitely helped with the payout that I received. So yeah, that was the profit that was generated on the account. Obviously, I believe after this, we did continue going a lot higher. But yeah, all in all, it's a great position and definitely a lot of lessons learned. And it just goes to show, like, being a day trader, you can just be in trades for 5 to 10 minutes sometimes. You don't need to hold trades for much longer. I definitely prefer it because it means I can get on with my 20 other things that I need to be doing within the day, rather than being a swing trader and having to constantly manage a position. But yeah, guys, that might have been a quick one today on the analysis side of things, but I hope that was helpful. If you want to join my group where I go live all the time, I send my trades every single day. I also have an education group where I send education on everything that I do. So if you feel like you're someone who wants to learn and you're from a beginner to an advanced trader, we have that available. I also have one-to-one mentorship. There's only about 2 spaces left for the one-to-one mentorship because that takes up a lot of my time. I can't do it for everyone. So there's 2 spaces left at the time of making this video. So that link will also be in the description as well. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope it was helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section. I appreciate all of you so much. I appreciate all of my subscribers, and hopefully we can hit 100K by the end of the year. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.